I'm personally very, I don't want to say anti-drugs, but I was very blessed because I was always very happy. I was a very happy child. I decided at a very young age to not ever drink alcohol. So I have never drank alcohol. I have never smoked a joint. I have never smoked a cigarette. I've never taken anything else. Friends would maybe say I'm a hypochondriac. But a very, very close friend who, if he's listening, I thank very much for this, pushed me on the science of psychedelics. It took me a year. I read all the science because I invest in biotech. I was very interested. And then actually emphasizing in a place where it was legal, in the Caribbean, I had a magic mushroom trip, and it was extremely powerful.
Because you were depressed, or just...
No, in that case, it's a long story.
Or is it just a music festival?
No, actually, thankfully, it's not, because this is what I don't believe in. And I had the big luck that I had the access to a very controlled, it was perfect setting.
Was it a treatment center, or...?
No, it was in nature, but with professional people around me. I was completely...
Where was that? Was that in the Netherlands?
Exactly, yeah.
Where it was legal, in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Where was that? Was that in the Netherlands?
Exactly, yeah.
Before we sat down, I was just doing some reading, and I saw that Denver, city or county, is about to put to a vote, I think on May 7th, which is next week, to decriminalize psilocybin, magic mushrooms.
Decriminalization that is happening in America, it seems like very fast right now in a couple of states like Boulder, Colorado. But I mean, of course, like we know in America, it's always like once something starts, it goes pretty fast sometimes.
Correct. Which is actually, the good thing is you're using the right legal term, because they're not making it legal.
They're decriminalizing. Yeah, basically saying, just don't, everybody stop worrying about this.
Yeah, which is a little bit still a different opinion than we have.
I think it's the right way for psychedelics to be, is becoming a medical treatment, as I said before, in hospitals with a professional guide, doctor, psychotherapist, because they are so powerful.
I think psychedelics, as I said, is a very potent drug, and you need to have it under, just cannot repeat that often enough, controlled environment. Yeah.
Especially, by the way, for the ones who need healing because they have a mental illness. Yeah, they need a guide. They need somebody guiding them through. Yeah.
And the main difference that we as investor and the companies I invested in have compared to the Denver proposal, and there's another one I think in Colorado, is that these are potentially very potent drugs and solutions for severe mental health problems.
Right.
But they have to be administered in a professional setting, meaning under medical care. Even if it's decriminalized, and you have access to it, the process, the so-called trip, can be very challenging. That it seems to be part of the healing process, that you might have challenging experiences, and you need somebody.
You need a professional kind of around.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is why, on the other side, I'm supportive of drugs that I think nobody should go to jail because he's found with magic mushrooms. So that's what is called decriminalized. So I think decriminalized is the right step. So it's meaning it's not legally available. So you still will need to go to your doctor, guide, doctor, psychotherapist. They need a guide. They need somebody guiding them through. Yeah, controlled environment.
Around.
But if somebody would grow magic mushrooms at home, it's not not followed up, or it's So I think it would be the wrong way if the drugs became legal, like in some states, cannabis became, because I think then the potential for an abuse in another sense would be too high, or let's say the people who need it would not get the proper care this should come with. They need a guide. They need somebody guiding them through. Yeah, if it makes sense. So So this is a little bit my fear that it's almost going too fast, and I hope to be self-aware that it's a group of people driving it, and especially on the legalization side, it's people who can afford it, who go to Burning Man, whatever, and they forget that there are 100 million of people, who are not that, let's say, modern or open for that stuff, but they want to go to their doctor.
Risk I see, again, coming back to your very first question with the Denver thing, is like that this is driven by people with good intentions who had maybe a personal experience and say, oh, why shouldn't that be legal or decriminalized? But they might have been completely healthy, they might have had a great setting, they might have been lucky that they had access to somebody who guides them. Yeah,
they need a guide, they need somebody guiding them through. Yeah,
but somebody who's really depressive might not be that lucky, even might not be that daring and that sort of adventurous, to say it that way. Yeah, so I'm always like cautiously saying, let's not go from an individual anecdotal thing to this is how 320 million people can be treated. And if the studies will prove what anecdotally is, then this is a good solution, potentially. But then also these 320 million people should have access to it in a proper setting. Meaning under medical care. I had a magic mushroom trip.
Where was that? Was that in the Netherlands?
Exactly, yeah. Where it was legal, in the Caribbean. I had the access to a very controlled, it was perfect setting.
Was it a treatment center or?
No, it was in nature.
Because you were depressed or just?
No,